And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the upper bracket finals of the StarCraft Evolution League number 7, the very first SEL of 2025. Ooh, it is good to be back. It's good to be here. And we have a banger of a best of 3 ready for you. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Citadel, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Brutal Protoss. It is Classic. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the StarCraft 2 Terran player, the Teal Terran from Lena, Poland. The one to beat. It is Spirit. Again, the number 2 player in StarCraft Evolution came second place in the Forge Championship. He was the runner-up, and we'll see if he can claim the win here and now, as we are going to be featuring some Protoss for the first time in a while. Let's go. For the first time period, actually, we have yet to really I mean, we casted Geralt earlier, but Geralt, he was playing SC2 Protoss exclusively. Now we're here seeing some Brutal Protoss instead. And as we calm things down, if you're in the chat, predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Again, Spirit, he already 2-0'd Shin. Bear that in mind. He 2-0'd Shin, and coming into this tournament as well, I pinned Spirit as the favorite player to win it all. But Classic is one of those few that can threaten him. You know, players like Classic, Shin, 3-point as well. These are the guys, these are the players that can bring Spirit down, but they need to be on their A game and maybe even a little bit of luck on their side as well. We'll see. As for now, welcome to Citadel. This is a 4-player spawn map. You can spawn bottom right, bottom right, top left, and bottom left as well. All 4 locations are potential spawn locations, and it's going to be on our players to figure out where they are. Meanwhile, when it comes to the bases themselves, the natural is more exposed. Unlike on some of these other maps, there is no ramp. There's no ramp coming into the expansion, no ramp coming into the natural. So it is more difficult to defend if we were to be more assertive and more aggressive. Meanwhile, again, if you're in the chat, predictions are open for the next minute. So place your bets while you can. Get your gamba going while you can get your gamba. And Classic is just going to be opening up with Dragoons, as to be expected here. Just a Dragoon-based opener. This typically leads into Robo play, into Disruptors, sorry, I almost said Disruptors, into Reavers, I should say. As Reaver drop play is very common in this matchup. Very common to embrace. Initially, the Dragoons are moving out, scuttling across the map. And we can see Classic is scouting text top left, top right, and now through deduction, through the process of elimination, he is aware of Spirit's location. Does waddle in, bunker is done in time. And alas, Classic going to be forced back for now. Trading shields for hull damage. Range is almost done as well. I should say range is halfway done. More Dragoons rallying across the map, and we'll see if Classic can break Spirit. We'll see if he can break him. He's laying siege. Behind this, Classic setting up those pylons, getting vision on what Spirit is up to, and make sure there's no drop play. As again, Spirit is stuck playing SC2 Terran, going for his economic opener into tank follow-up. But early on, these Dragoons, they can actually overwhelm. Just waiting for range, finishing up in 10 seconds. The first tank has arrived, but can Spirit hold? Can he hold on? So it is. Range finishes, dives in immediately. Tank volley going up. Boys are being pulled. Will save the bunker. Bunker gets saved. Classic taking a lot of hits, but doesn't lose anything. Not yet. Doesn't lose Dragoon. And here's that follow we spoke about. Remember, Dragoon opener into Reaver drops. Shuttle is on the way. Bay is on the way as well for those Reavers, for those Scarabs to get across the map. Oh boy. And we'll see if Spirit can keep up. Again, when it comes to the latest patch, I believe there was a change to the Reaver as well. Let me just quickly double check here. Yeah, there was a change to the Reaver. Mainly affecting PvP, actually, when it comes to shield damage. But it looks like the Scarab movement speed has been decreased. Okay. And yeah, so the latest patch has made the Scarab slightly easier to micro against, as it is a little bit slower. Meanwhile, Rock's being knocked down, a Classic gain access to the Zelnaga tower, and here comes the first Reaver. Likewise, shuttle speed as well. Now, there was a change not too long ago which increased the pickup range of the shuttle. It's not as large as the Warp Prism, not at all, nowhere near as large, but it has been increased a little bit here to help when it comes to shuttle drop play, or Reaver drop specifically. Going in with Reaver and with the Dragoon. Making his way towards the main. Likewise, there is some bio in position. Spirit turtling up. Spirit, he still doesn't know where his opponent is. Oh my god, he still has no idea. Scans top left. Reaver coming in. What's his target going for the Marines? Nice control. Spirit, he pulls away. Despite that, the mineral line is exposed. Ooh, massive connection. 4 CVs going down. He gets 4. 4 Marines so far. At the same time, Spirit, he strikes across the map. The Banshees have arrived, getting, oh my god, so many probe kills. 7 probes going down. SCVs are falling, but so are the probes. The Reaver goes down. We spoke about it earlier. The pickup range here is quite low here for the shuttle. So miscontrol out of Classic. Banshees, they focus their attention across the map. Getting 13 worker kills, 14. 1 Banshee goes down, but 1 Banshee for 14 probes is well worth it for Spirit. Spirit, he comes out ahead. Does come out ahead here. Classic fumbling the ball, lost the Reaver, and now Spirit can break out. He can break out across the map. Classic getting a 4th. Rushing into a 4th base. The Minvac gets spotted. Classic knows. Back at home, what is it to defend? How many Reavers does he have? 1. 1 is on the way. Without Reavers, can Classic survive? Can he hold? Okay, Zealots are amassing, charge is done, or Zealot legs have completed. Making 8 Zealots at a time. Nice kiting here for Classic. Shaves away those Marines. Spirit, he stims in. Stims in, catching 2 of those Dragoons. Oh! Scout truck going up. Ooh, decent connection. But just the 1 shot. Tanks taking with the range of Prism. Oh, sorry, the shuttle is going to go down. Massive pickup. No more Reaver, no more shuttle. And with that, Spirit, he does it. He breaks through. Breaks through the defensive line. Pushing into the natural. And there's just not enough left here. Classic, he has been broken. Sure, he has a 3rd base. Sure, he has a 4th on the way, but that doesn't matter. Zealots, they rush in. But nice kiting here by Spirit. He will clean this up. And he breaks the natural base. And from here, he can push into the main. Zealots, they do get on top of the first tank. Not bad. Tank goes down. Nice pickup. Again, Classic just amassing up as many Zealots as he can. Trying to pull off a miracle defense. You know, Spirit, he has the high ground. He dust him in. Again, just came with the production. GG gets called, and Spirit, he will take a lead in the series 1-0. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Again, Spirit doing an amazing job harassing across the map with those Banshees. Classic, he was not quite in position. He did have detection. He was able to protect the natural, but he was unable to protect that 3rd base. He lost so many workers across the map. Likewise, because his attention was split, because he was defending back at home, he did lose that first Reaver. The first Reaver went down. Massive loss there for Classic. Upon losing that first Reaver, I mean, there was just really nothing to defend, nothing to stem the tide, to keep Spirit back. He just overwhelmed and did take the game. GG. GG, well played. And again, coming into the Spirit, he is the heavy favorite. There's a reason why I keep mentioning that he is the number 2 player in StarCraft Evolution, second only to Dark, at least currently, until the next championship. Until the next championship to kind of like recalibrate like who's on top and who isn't. But now that we hold Spirit in high regard. To hold him in high regard here. Here we go. We are getting into our next game. Did Classic get first pick and go for Brood War? Yes, yes. Classic got first pick. He went for Brood War. And then loser's pick. So it's going to be on Classic here. Does he go for Brood War or SE2? Looks like Classic, he is going for Brood War. Okay, so once again, he's sticking with the Brood War race. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can recover. We'll see if he can force the ace match. Oh boy. go. Oh my god. Meanwhile, we have some upsets. Crazy. Again, like, speaking of holding players to high regard, coming into this bracket, Shin, he's the highest rated Zerg player. Despite that, something crazy happened off stream. I don't want to take away from this series, but Shin, he is out of the tournament. Wow. Just catching me off guard. But now that we're focusing on our series here, on our best of 3, we'll catch up with the bracket after this. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Lane Lines, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Brood War Protoss, once again. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. The pressure is on. It is a classic. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player from land of Poland, the SC2 Terran, leading the series 1-0, 1 game away from winning the entire series and from advancing on to the grand finals. It is Spirit. Here we go. Again, the #1 Terran player in StarCraft Evolution up against the #1 Protoss player in StarCraft Evolution. And we'll see. We'll see if Classic can force that ace match. Again, it was a rough start previously, losing that first Reaver, of course. Did start the snowball in favor of Spirit. We can't afford those missteps. We can't afford those mistakes. Not against Spirit. And here we go. As Classic is going for his own gate expand. Spirit back at home, double gas. Double gas open out of Spirit, going for a faster factory. Delayed CC. Much more aggressive this time out of the blue Terran. And from here, he can go into, once again, Cloak Banshee. True. He can go into a Banshee-based opener. He can go for Reactor Reaper Hellion. He can go into early Cyclones. He can go for early Tank Drop as well. Spirit is going to be initially more assertive. As is that factory on the way. And we'll see what Classic does go for. I mean, initially we should be seeing, once again, Dragoon opener. Like, Classic build last game was pretty standard, to be honest. Like, Dragoon into Reaver is what we expect in StarCraft Evolution PvP. This is the standard. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. Would not be surprised. Safety shield battery on the way. Reaper's moving out. Dragoon range of production. And Spirit behind this going for the Reactor initial Hellion as well. I imagine this is just for scouting. I don't think he intends to commit. Now he pokes in. Thrown away by the Dragoon. Gonna be forced back. Never mind, he is committing Reactor Reaper Hellion. Okay, very aggressive start here by Spirit. The goal here is to get past the initial gateway units and to bust into a mineral line. And wreak havoc and get economic damage. We'll see if he can. As he's building up more Reapers, more Hellions. So far just triple Reaper, double Hellion. Not too big of a commitment. Spirit's moving out. Looking to threaten that natural. Back at home, Spirit getting into his 1-1 follow-up. Tech Lab is on the way. Do we go for an add-on swap? Or do we commit here to an early tank? Do we go early tank, early Cyclone, or swap into Banshee? Huh? Tank is on the way. Do we go for a medevac? Potentially. Reapers are diving to the main. They force a reaction. Hellies, they head towards the natural. So far, Classic he holds. And it is going to be an early drop. Medevac's on the way. It's going to be a tank drop here out of Spirit. The aggression continues. And because Spirit's being active with the Reaper Hellion, he's keeping Classic at home. And Classic, he doesn't scout. He's in the dark, he doesn't know what's happening. He's focusing on his ground defense. Little does he know that a tank is coming. And here we go. Spirit boosting across the map. Meanwhile, Classic taking up into the Bay, into the Shuttle, into Reaver. Again, same build. Like Dragoon into Reaver is kind of the meta of TVP. Spirit rotating over towards that natural base. We're trying to get within range. Tank shot goes off. Not bad, but that's a lot of Dragoons. And CranKy can shut this down, takes out the medevac. Collapsing on the tanks as well. Oh my god, Dragoons are going down though. Yeah, brutal losses here, bleeding out 4 Dragoons. Spirit, he trades somewhat well, getting 5 Dragoons actually. 5 Dragoons going down for 1 tank and a medevac. Gets into the mineral line, gets 1 probe. Gets 2, gets 3. And it's a one-way trip, getting 4 probe kills. From there is being forced back. Reinforcements rallying back home. And Spirit, I'm sure he was hoping to do more damage here. I'm sure he was hoping to either cripple the economy, maybe even end the game. Still traded well for himself. But now it is time for Classic to move out. Shuttle speed is finishing up, and it's time to push. Here comes the Reaver. And hopefully this time, Classic does not lose that first Reaver. Hopefully he's that much more attentive with his army. Hitting up the Marines. Dropping in towards the natural. Oh, towards the main even. Once again, Banshee production here out of Spirit. Cloak is done. Ooh, shot going up. Getting 1 SCV. Oh my god. Some of the workers do stack. Yeah, they stack up. Alas, they do not go down. 4 worker kills at the same time. Banshee gets across the map. Well, that's going to be another 4 SCVs going down though. 8 workers in total. And this time, the Reaver still popping up. Still alive. Taking a lot of hits. Still taking a lot of damage though. Deep in the red. Has to be so careful with this Reaver. As he's going for the mineral line. Oh, going back into the main. Marines are in position. And the initial Banshee does race back home. Does drop off once again. Oh my god. Takes down a good chunk of Marines. There's more Marines going down to the Scarab. Classic survives. Behind this is third base. Third base is getting up and running. This time he is safe to expand, to build up his economy. And now we have a back and forth. We have more back and forth this time. Because the Banshees are stuck at home, so this time there's no harass either. Well, not as intense as previously. And we have a game. we have a game, Pat. Oh, diving back in. Going for the tank. Oh my god. Whew. Has to be careful. Reaver shot going up. 5 SCVs. Very nice hit. Very nice Scarab shot, getting 7 SCVs in total. Ooh. Getting up to 9. The Viking has arrived though. It's going to be a one-way trip, but still 9 SCVs. Not a bad trade here from a Classic. Does lose the Reaver, but this time a much better trade. At the same time, Banshees, they do hit the natural. We have Dragoons in position. Observer as well. Classic, he defends. And he's ready in the center of the map as well. Ready for that Scarab shot. Spirit poking in between the bases. Getting a probe. Not bad. Getting a lot of workers, actually. Classic massing up at the center. That's going to be 7, 8, 9 probe kills. Can we get the Reaver? No shot. Up. Oh my god, the Reaver goes down. Massive pickup. Gets a Reaver, gets even more probes. These Banshees, once again, they're the MVPs. We saw them get so much done last game, and this time, once again, they both escape, they get away, and they get 12 probes alongside a Reaver. Crazy damage. Spirit gets out. Classic still down to 1 Reaver. Storm is on the way, trying to diversify splash damage. At least Classic does get a 4th. The 4th base is getting up. Spirit likewise going for his push. As Spirit moves out, we have a massive Zealot run by. And a shuttle drop as well. With the Reaver harass. Spirit is out of position, Zealots hit the 3rd, and the Reaver hits the natural. Classic, he's all over Spirit. SCVs start going down, Spirit has to make a choice. What does he do? Tries to respond. Production being shut down. And Classic is just pulling Spirit apart. And Spirit, he cannot maintain himself. Too many worker kills. He's trying to push in. He will lose the tank down to 2 tanks. 2 tanks, barely an army. Barely any bio. And Spirit's all in. He's completely all in at this point. He just took far too long. Now denies mining. Can Spirit bring this back? He has a comparable army size, true. Oh. Storm is ready on the High Templar. High Templar goes down. Going for the Reaver. No detection. No detection here. Reaver gets picked off as well. At the same time, Zealots are catching reinforcements. High Templar, they can be targeted one after the other. He's going for more High Templar. Massive becomes no splash damage. No shot. Spirit, he can do this. He can pull this off. Oh, down to 1 High Templar. 1 Storm. Oof. As he's pushing in, High Templar's already. Goes to the dive. The snipe takes down the High Templar. No Storms remaining, no Reavers remaining either. 0 splash damage, and Spirit, he's pushing in. No, he's doing it! No shot! He's going for the kill! There's almost nothing left. Zealots, they're killing SCVs across the map, but it doesn't matter. May not matter. Depowers the Robo. Tank gets caught out. Respecting the Zealots, though. Tank goes down. Zealots, they trade well. Spirit, he's still in this, though. EMP pops off. And again, the Reaver is still depowered. High Templar on the way. Spirit, he's running out of steam, running out of units. The Zealots, again, they can trade well. And yeah, Classic is holding. He's barely holding on. Oh my god. Forcing Spirit back, but here come the reinforcements. Oh, that's a lot of bio. That's a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders. Now, thankfully, there is going to be a High Templar, but unlike in SE2, there's no energy overcharge. The High Templar, they need time. The High Templar need time to gather energy for that storm. And the question is, does he have time? Spirit is up in army supply. A lot of supplies in medevacs. That's against the Zealots. Yeah, solo trades. Zealots are going down. They trade against the Ghosts. Yeah, 2 High Templar. Soon to be 2 Storms. Let's go. Reaver gets repowered. Reaver's on the way. There's our first Storm. There's 1 Storm left. 1 Storm remaining. Doesn't want to waste it. Okay. More High Templar coming in. Liberation has arrived. He's got the Freedom. Ooh, does have Freedom set up. Nice spread. Decent Storms, though. Is the spread good enough? Shows the Scarab shot. Up the Scarab. Can he pop off? It's on its own. Takes out the lib. Yeah, we'll target down one of those Marauders. He sends in. Ooh, massive connection. Yeah, brutal shot on those Marauders. Barely pops off. And with that, Classic he holds. We'll lose 20 probes, though. And now suddenly, Classic has a worse economy. Classic is down to 35 workers. Meanwhile, Spirit, he's been muling. This entire time he's been muling up. He's up to 57 SEVs. Spirit has the greater economy. Now has a larger army as well. Classic was doing so well. Remember, Classic, he was at every single base. He was killing, he was crippling the economy. He was doing so much damage. But Spirit with the killer instinct. Again, there's a reason why. There's a reason why he is the highest rated player in this tournament. There's a reason why Spirit is the favorite player to win this all, to win this entire event. And he's going for it. He's going for the kill. Oh, the flanking Storm, though. Storm pops up, takes down the Ghosts. Ghosts are going down. But Spirit, he will still break the base. He breaks the base. GG gets called, and Spirit, he will take down Classic 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played, Spirit with the 2-0. Again, Classic, he was looking pretty good in this game. He was doing well for himself. Went for a massive counterattack as well, popping off. Able to wreak havoc at the third at the natural, killing SCV after SCV, crippling the economy, even sniping tanks. But last, the killer instincts with Spirit to dive in. The Banshee, remember the Banshees, they were the MVPs. The Banshees, they killed, what, like 3 or 4 High Templar. They sniped a Reaver. The Banshees, they depowered the Robo. The Banshees did some crazy damage. And I'll be honest, I think the Banshees were the reason why Spirit won that game. If it wasn't for the Banshees, there would have been, what, 4 High Templar, more Reaver production behind it as well. Like, they accomplished so much in the back line. It was crazy. GG. GG, well played. Spirit does take it, and now we're heading over to the wars of the lower bracket.